and have patience with us in the beginning. So we're going to be trying to stream this while we're recording it. We're going to be streaming it in the event page, which means it's going to take me just a second to share my screen with you and share my screen there. So bear with me. We've got a really cool PowerPoint with some information that I think will be really helpful for you guys. So hold tight. Let me get that set up really quick and stop this completely. There we go. All right. Now if I can just start a live video here.
If you guys are just hopping on, if you don't mind muting yourselves, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Oh, goodness. Sorry, this is weird to do a live video. It's making me use my browser. Oh, technology. Let me at least.
Better than me. Awesome.
Dana, you want to introduce yourself really quick while I'm getting this set up?
Yes. I love kiddo laughs. It's so cute. I am Dana Podiatis. I have been a coach for about 5.5 years now, which is so crazy and so surreal to think that. I started this business when my son was just going on 1. And you'll hear a little bit more of our stories towards in the call, kind of where we started, why we started, why we're here, kind of what our fears and apprehensions were. But we're so excited to have you on here tonight and have you go through everything with us. It'll really share the potential of coaching and what it is we actually do, in case you're not really sure about that yet. But we're super excited to have you here with us tonight and to share this incredible gift of this business opportunity with you.
I love it. And I'll introduce myself while I'm getting this set up, because of course it's going so slow right now, which if we have to forego live streaming into our event page, we will just do that. But my name is Jessica LaNier, and I am a mom of 2 little boys, and I am a registered nurse in my background, and I'm also a holistic health coach and really passionate about helping people. And I've been a coach with Beachbody now for almost 3.5 years, and it's so much more than I ever thought that it was. And now I feel like I'm on a freaking mission to help people understand what it is, because most people have inaccurate misconceptions of what it is, and that's why so many people don't even give it a shot. The programs and the products, but also the business of it. And so I'm really excited that you're here so we can share that more with you. Okay, so I think that I've got entire screen. Go live. I think we're doing this. All right. Now I need to share my screen with you guys. So I'm going to pull up this PowerPoint really quick. My desktop. Goodness gracious. Okay.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it looks super crazy right now. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see my screen here. See, I don't know why this is going so slow. Technology. So one of the first
things are going on at once.
One of the things with coaching, as in life, is we're just like, Bruce Lee says, be like water and just flow. There's one of your business.
Yay.
Today.
Thanks, Annalisa. Awesome.
Maybe it'll be better in my other browser. I think I had this open.
We're just going to say this is going to be super helpful to actually have something to go over with you so that you're not just sitting here listening to us chat, but making sure we cover all the most important things that you need to know, misconceptions you might have, all that good stuff.
Okay. We're getting closer. So there's that.
All right.
Crossing. Okay. Here we are. Can you
Got it.
Are we good? All right.
Sounds good.
So we had we went back and forth of what to call this, because there's a lot of different names, but we really want to dive into the actual business. And I think that so many people see Beachbody and Beachbody coaching, and it's awesome. The fun part of it, the friendships that you make, the community, it's incredible. But we want you to understand the actual business of it and how you can actually make an income and what it means to be a successful Beachbody coach, kind of what it takes. So Dana, if you would take us into what we're going to cover tonight.
You just froze for a minute, by the way. I was like, wait, what? So our agenda tonight, we're going to talk about why we're here, how we're different, what we actually do as coaches, because we get a lot of questions. They're like, I see you guys posting sweaty selfies and you're working out all the time and you're traveling to cool places, but what do you actually do? How we earn income, and then dreaming big and taking action, like what it actually really takes to build a business and what this could do for your life.
I love it. Okay. I'm not freezing anymore, am I? Hopefully. Okay, so we're just going to cover really quick why we're here, because that's really important to us, especially to Dana and I, for you guys to know, and for the teams and the coaches that we represent and that we work with. We really have found, more than anything, like obviously exercise and eating healthy, it's all important. But to be honest with you, this platform at a much deeper level has the ability to truly change the world. And that sounds super cliche. I understand at a surface level that you're probably like, oh, come on, like really? But it's true. And let me explain that our mission is to help people live healthy and fulfilling lives. Our mission is to help people become the best version of themselves. And if you break that down at a family level, when moms and dads are the best versions of themselves, their marriages are different. Their parenting is different. They start raising up generations that believe in themselves and are healthy and happy. And then all of a sudden, what tanks? The suicide rate tanks, homicide rate tanks, all of these different problems that we're having in our world would all disappear if everyone actually started believing in themselves, living their best life. That is what we're doing at a foundational level. And we have like these fun ways that we do it, but that's the mission behind everything. That's why we are here. And that's why we're really excited that you are here. Okay. So we want to ask you, this is one of my favorite things to do, is I want to know why you are here. So I would love for everyone to think about these 3 questions. And if you wouldn't mind, there's a little chat box, if you would mind putting your answer in the chat box. So number 1, why are you interested in coaching? There's a reason that you're here tonight at 5:30 or 7:30 or 8:30 or whatever time zone that you're in, why you took time away from what all the other things that you could have been doing. Why are you interested in this? Like, what motivates you? What drives you? We would love to see that. And then after you think about that, and you're like, okay, like maybe, I don't know, I like helping people, or maybe I like to make a couple bucks. Like maybe that would be nice. These next questions for me is the reason that I'm here. And my coach, so for those of you who don't know me, I did not sign up to actively work as a coach, because I just had a baby and I worked full time 40 to 60 hours a week in a prison as a registered nurse, and I didn't have time. So I told myself, but when she told me, okay, Jessica, that's totally fine, but 1 year from now, let me ask you, if you could have anything in the world and you created your life and failure wasn't an option, time and money were off the table, what would your dream life look like 1 year from now? And that kind of floored me, because I realized I never thought about it. I didn't know. Like, my life was good. My life was comfortable. I just had a healthy baby. I was happily married. My husband was awesome. I had a great job. He had a great job. We had a great house. Our family was around. Like, I was comfortable. And so I never, ever thought about what the best version of myself or my life looked like, because I was good. And when I asked myself that question, it all of a sudden clicked. I would not be working in a prison. I would be helping people from home, because that's my passion. I would be making a substantial income, because that's important to me, financial freedom. And I'd be raising my kids. like, and I don't know, that's for me. Like, what would that look like for you? And if you wouldn't mind, we'd love to see. Let's see if I can open the chat box. Does this show on your screen too? I'm guessing when I open the chat box. Dana, can you see
I can open it if you want and read them. Kate said, to help others and to keep myself going, to hold myself accountable, better myself, and make enough to cover my own expenses moving forward. Would love if it was a profit while helping others as well, which is what it's all about. Yay. The best accountability for yourself and fun along the way. It absolutely is. To help others while helping myself grow. I love that. Get more experience in business field to one day get into entrepreneurship. Well, this is entrepreneurship, so welcome. I'm interested in the monetary prospect and the accountability. A year from today, I want to have completed a program and be making my own money while doing Beachbody. 5 years from now, I want to be a successful stay-at-home mom with income so that we could be working towards financial independence. I love that. It's totally possible.
So I love these. I'm scrolling. Can you see when I pull up the chat box? I'm just curious. Can you see it when I'm sharing my screen?
No.
Okay. Okay, good. That's I was like blocking the page. I want to make sure. Okay, these are so awesome, you guys. I absolutely love them. So and I don't know about any of you, but when I was asked this question, I was like, I don't know. And maybe you're feeling like that, like, I don't even know. I've never thought about it. And that's okay. Like, if you're married, especially, or you have a significant other, like, talk to them and ask them what you want to build together. And then you take it another level, and it's the same question, but 5 years from now. 5 years from now, if you could have anything, like, think about your relationships, think about your family, think about debt. Like, do you have debt that you would like to have paid off? Think about how much money you're making. But not only the number, what would that mean for you? Like, could you just on a whim take your kids to Disneyland? Do you have freedom of schedule, or are you reporting to a boss where you have to request time off? I don't know if you guys have been in that situation, but it's super shitty when your kids are sick and you're like, I gotta go. And they're like, I'm sorry, you can't. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, that's a really hard place to be. So I'm gonna kind of leave you. We're gonna move on just for the sake of time, but I want you guys to really marinate on these questions, and then we're gonna recap at the end.
And we're going to be covering everything that was mentioned in the chat box, so it's perfect.
Yes. Oh gosh, it's not going backwards. Hold on. Hold, please.
Did you freeze?
I hope not. I might just end up scrolling. Oh gosh. I feel like it's not moving right now. Of course.
Your computer right now is basically like a mom with like all of her tabs open in her brain at all times.
Like, what is happening? What are you doing to my brain? Sorry, guys. I promise it's coming back to me. See, we're just like water. This is what we're doing.
See, you can be perfectly imperfect as a coach. No need to do it all right.
We are not perfect people over here. Okay, I think I'm just gonna scroll through this so that it doesn't, instead of doing full screen, just so it doesn't, if that's okay with you guys. So it doesn't.
Yep.
Is that okay? Okay. Misconceptions. Dana, what is on this one?
Okay, I will kick us off with I'm not my goal weight. So a lot of times as when people are thinking about coaching, this is a huge objection we get as to, like, I haven't completed a program yet. I still have 40 pounds of weight I want to lose. I just had a baby. Ashley on our team is a fantastic example of this. She has lost over 80 pounds now. By no means was near her goal when she started coaching. But the cool thing about this is that you get to be real and relatable. It doesn't really say that with our Beachbody name. But this is just about being a real person on a real journey. Nobody relates to perfect. Nobody relates to when you just show a side-by-side, because the key in what we do as coaches is sharing the process, sharing the ups, sharing the downs, sharing the struggles, sharing The things you battle through, the things you struggle with, the day-to-day challenges of getting your workout in, of eating healthy, of, being busy with your family and finding time to take care of yourself. And sharing those things makes you so real and so relatable that other people can start to see themselves in your story. That like, if they can see this busy mom getting up at 6 a.m. to get her workout in before she goes to work and then comes home and takes care of the kids, that they can see themselves having the ability to do those same things. So this is why you do not have to be at your goal weight. You do not have to have six-pack abs. You do not have to be a fitness expert or a nutritionist. Everything is tailor customed for us by incredible trainers that we get to just facilitate what helps people best on their journeys. But this is why you don't have to be at your goal weight or completely fit yet to rock it with coaching. It's actually better to start when you have something to be relatable about. And let's see, we're gonna go on to, I don't have the money. So this was me, my coach is on here. I told her no for about 4 months. I actually ghosted her a lot because I was a newly single mom, and I just really couldn't fathom wrapping my head around making an investment in myself. And really, it wasn't necessarily that I didn't have the money, because I had money, but it was that I didn't believe I was worth the investment. And that's kind of sad when I look back on that time in my life, that I didn't feel worthy enough. It felt selfish for me to invest in myself. And it really only was when I made that shift of like, I can't be the best mom. I can't show up with energy. I can't be healthy and well. I can't be mentally well if I'm not taking care of myself, that I had that shift of, okay, now I'm ready to invest in this, because it's not just investing in bettering myself, but it's going to better his life too. And the awesome part about starting a business is that this is not something where you have to spend a ton of money to hold a lot of product in your house, or, spend the amounts of money like you would if you were to start any type of business. This is where you invest in what you need to rock your own journey, your fitness, your nutrition, your Shakeology, and the $40 coaching fee waived. So you basically get to start a business for free when you just make the investment in you. So to me, even if you, let's just say, because it does happen sometimes, that you figured out that maybe not going all in is not your thing, right? You still get to get fit and healthier and happier and more confident. And a lot of times what happens is if you have like doubts in the belief about what we do, committing and going all in on your own journey will help you develop that belief in what we do, that it makes you just want to share it that much more, because it's so transformative. And when you feel that in your own life and you see it show up in your own life, it's just something you can't help but want to share with everyone that you talk to. So that is myth number 2. I don't have money. The next thing is I'm from a small town and I don't have a big social media. And this was definitely me. I did not post on social media for probably like 2 or 3 years prior to becoming a coach. And if I did, it was maybe a picture of my baby. I was someone who silently stalked all the time. Like I would get on and I would scroll, but I like never posted or never shared anything. So you too, Ashley. But I live in a really small town. I did not grow up here, so it's not like I have a ton of connections that I had grown up with. And it was definitely kind of a fear of mine when I started. It was like, how am I going to meet people? Like, how am I going to connect with people? I'm not like confident enough to talk to people in person yet. And that's the beauty of doing what we do on social media, is you have bajillions of people at your fingertips. We teach you how to network with people that are just like you. Busy moms, single moms, that's always kind of been the women that I relate to and connect with. And the cool part about what we already talked about not being at your goal weight or the perfect place, is when you start to share your imperfect journey as your imperfect self and kind of aligned with who you are and the things you're going through, you start to connect with people just like yourself. So it's more so than anything. It's not just like learning how to be this like sleazy networker that's like friend requesting everybody and shooting them these awful salesy messages. It's more about really truly making authentic connections with people that are just like you, people that you are going to feel so fulfilled by helping because you see them, you see yourself in their stories. And let me see, did I have one more? Oh, I wouldn't be a coach because. So a lot of times we have fears that hold us back from doing things in life. This can be anything. It might be you're afraid of rejection. Maybe you've always struggled with insecurity. Maybe there are people in your life that don't really support you when you share your goals and that you're going to do something new because it's hard for them to wrap their head around you doing something like that. There are a lot of reasons that we have fears that we would not be good at new things. And it's just kind of human nature to shy away and go back to what's comfortable, right? This is where personal growth comes in. And I saw one of you put in the chat box that you were excited about growth. And I was like, yes, because so much of what we do as coaches is about your personal growth. And I personally think, I mean, this has transformed my life in so many ways, but when I think about one of the most transformative ways that this has changed my life is the personal growth aspect, because when you start to, figure out who you truly are and overcome those insecurities and those doubts and work through those fears and become more of who you truly are and develop new skills, it starts to ripple positively into every aspect of your life. And when you start taking on these little challenges that you fear, you gain more confidence along the way. And before you know it, a year from now, you feel like a totally different person. And you look back, I look back at the girl I was 5.5 years ago, and I'm like, I don't even know who she is. I don't even know who she was. I mean, I remember because I was her and I was very unhappy at that point in my life. But when you start pouring into yourself with growth, you really start to see the potential of what you're truly capable of in life, and in a business like this. And it's just absolutely incredible. And I think that was it for me for the myths and misconceptions.
I love it. Okay, so I'm going to dive into probably one of the most common ones that probably, if you're new in here, or even if you're already a coach, you probably felt this way. Who feels like your biggest hesitation is, I'm just not a salesperson, right? Like, that was me. That's exactly what I said. Like, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not that chick that does those like spam messages. Like, that's not who I am. This is my response to you. Good. Like, thank the Lord, because that is not what we do. People from sales come in our business and they crash. Because there is a transaction involved, but this is not sales. There is a product and there are programs that will facilitate growth and will facilitate a transformation. But what we have to offer is more of a service. And I'm going to kind of pull this into the next one. Like, I don't do the MLM pyramid schemes. First of all, those are two different things. Pyramid schemes are illegal. Ponzi schemes are illegal. You can go Google it. Because everybody who doesn't get into this type of business because of that reason, they don't know what it is. Like, they genuinely do not know what a pyramid scheme is, or else they wouldn't be calling this one, because it's completely different. It's black and white. They're completely different things. Where people get confused is the structure of your organization. It looks like a family tree. Honestly, like an upside down family tree, because it branches out as you help more people. But every single business is like that. Every single company has a CEO, and then directors, and then managers, and then employees, and then whatever. Like, I'm a nurse, and so where I worked, there was a chief nurse executive, a director of nursing, and then nursing supervisors, and then you had the registered nurses, and then you had the LVNs and the CNAs, and there's more as you get towards the bottom. So what is that shaped like? A triangle. And then people just get freaked out. But I'm like, Gwenda, you don't know what a pyramid scheme is if you think that this is one. Like, you need to go Google GTS, because, and hopefully you guys know what that is. Google that.
No. Oh, Google that-ish. Okay, got it.
Because it's completely different. I will say that in the beginning, I was kind of bummed that Beachbody, with the high level of quality that it provides, I was bummed that it was part of a network marketing company, because so many people have misconceived ideas. now that I understand it, and I just told a coach this today, I am so thankful that it's a network marketing company, because if Beachbody decided to go like direct sales or just be like a storefront, none of us would be here. None of us would be here. None of us would have this income or impact potential that you're going to learn about. And so once you learn about network marketing and the fact that more than any other business in the business model in the entire world, network marketing has the most self-made millionaires and billionaires, pay attention. Pay attention to that. And nobody's your boss. Like, pay attention to that. It just comes down to those first questions of what kind of life that you want to build for yourself and if you want those freedoms. Okay. And then the last misconception is I don't have the time. And coming into this, I told you I was working 40 to 60 hours a week in a prison. There's no multitasking in a prison. You cannot have a phone. You don't have the internet. You don't have anything. You're literally legit in a prison. And I still was able to make this work because I knew what I wanted. And vision's so important. And we'll talk about that towards the end. But I knew what this could mean for my family, and I knew what this could mean for other families. And I was so excited. And so I just didn't stop. And I like saved, that's not the right word. I helped so many other nurses I worked with and so many other correctional officers that I worked with, because that was my place in that chapter of my life, to help people. I had a baby and a family at home. When you want something bad enough, you make it happen. And that's just the truth in every area of our life, in our health and our fitness, and in this as well. So hopefully those misconceptions helped you guys. Hopefully none of you hung up on us and that you're sticking around. All right, we're moving on. Okay, next. Dana.
Hidden perks are always something fun to have, right? There are lots of perks that you've already heard about, but hidden perks of joining the business. This is one that I feel like for all of us has just been so incredibly impactful, is the sisterhood and the community and the support that you gain. Because when you join our organizations, you instantly become a part of this positive, supportive, uplifting, motivated, energetic, encouraging, just family of real people who just love you. And I know for me, when I started, this was such a game changer, because I was so isolated as a new single mom, and to step into a community that just believed in me and didn't care about my past and didn't care where I was starting, but like encouraged me and believed in me that I could continue to get better, was such a gift. And it continues to be, because a lot of the women you see here and on our team are my best friends. And it's so cool too to think about having people in your life that are just like-minded, where you are so similar in so many different aspects, and you'll find that when you come into this community. So be ready for lots of new friends. Annual luxury vacations for you and your family. So we have lots of different trips that we can earn with our company. Mainly we have a coach summit every summer. It's like our annual coaching event. We just came back from Indianapolis this summer. It's been, we're going to New Orleans next year, and they're just the most incredible. It's like 25 to 30,000 coaches come together, and it's the most insane energy you have ever experienced. We have guest speakers. We get to work out with the celebrity trainers. We got to hear from Rachel Hollis this past summer, which was just game changer. And they're just an amazing way to come together and meet your team from all over the country, because most of us just work together on the computer all the time. And then you get to finally hug people in real life that you have built such strong connections with. And it's like a feeling like none other. So if you join as a coach, you need to get your butt to New Orleans next year to experience Coach Summit. And it is definitely one of those experiences that you walk away seeing the true bigger picture and the true impact that we make on people because of the stories you hear and the successes you see of other coaches, that it really helps you see what's possible in this, that it's something so much greater than just what you're seeing behind a computer screen. Other trips we can earn, we have something called the Success Club trip. So these trips are seriously as simply as earned as by helping people every single month consistently. We are going to Punta Cana next year. This past year, we were on a cruise. We were on the Harmony of the Seas, the biggest ship there is. In the past, I've gone to Mexico multiple times. I've gone to Punta Cana before. But these are annual like luxury vacations at 5-star resorts and on cruises that are completely paid for if you earn it to be, for your family, which I know for me as a new single mom, travel was not something that I was planning for my future. And it's been such a gift to be able to go to so many new places and have so many incredible experiences, and that your team starts to earn them too. And it's so awesome to see that ripple effect onto their families' lives. Just a few other quick trips is we have new leadership conferences. We have leadership conferences. Those are earned based on ranks you are at in the company, but they're like top level leadership trainings. So there are lots of potential trips that you can earn within our business as well. Monthly swag. So every single month, if you're helping people, we get really cool swag. We get t-shirts, hats, books, webinars, all kinds of fun stuff. I actually wore a Beachbody backpack that I just got in the mail to take my son to the aquarium today. Free business coaching. So whoever you sign up with as your coach and your mentor, you not only get your coach as your coach and your mentor in this business, but you get our incredible team with it. You get resources. We have trainings. We have weekly team calls. We have national wake-up calls within the company. So you literally have so many incredible resources to be successful at your fingertips, and you are never alone of how to figure this out. We are mentoring you hands-on to ensure that we can help you have the success that you really desire to see. Personal growth and development, we already kind of talked about this one. Like I said, one of the most transformative for you personally, because it will not only impact your business, but it will completely impact your life, your relationships, your motherhood, your attitude, your mindset, just the lifestyle you have, the habits you have, completely transformative. And that's coming from a girl who was like, I don't need personal development books. That's kind of woo-woo. That's crazy. I don't need that. And now I'm like a personal development junkie, because that's how big of a game changer it is. Accountability for your own health, fitness, and life goals. So I don't know about you guys, but I was never really a goal setter. I was no one that said like, I want to start this here and I want to finish there, or never shared with people when I was going for something, because I was embarrassed. What if I failed? What if I quit? Like, what if it just didn't work out for me? Like, I didn't want to feel like that, right? But this is the most incredible accountability to always stay on track with your health and fitness and wellness, but more so to really be the best version of yourself in your life, because you are constantly surrounded by people that are getting better, that are growing, that are living the same lifestyle. And like we said in the first line of this, you're surrounded by that community of like-minded people that are living similarly to you. So it helps you so much more than if you're surrounded by people that are not doing the same things, not seeking the same growth, not on the same type of a journey, right? Because who you surround yourself by, you're very, very influenced by. And if you want to keep getting better in your life, and you want to live a healthy lifestyle, and you want to do big things for yourself and your family and help and impact other people, you have to be surrounded by people doing that. So those are some of the hidden perks to coaching.
Absolutely. I love it. Okay, so we're going to dive in really quick to how we are different. So first, oh gosh, I went back again. So the first part that I'm going to talk about as I get this reset up again, my goodness, is the comprehensive approach that we have. And I'm talking about this because I'm also a certified holistic health coach. I went to school to become a health coach and do this, right? But I did my own version. And let me tell you guys, it is very, very hard to make a substantial, any kind of pay the bills income as a health coach. It is so much work. And you're creating everything on your own, and you're piecemealing things together. Hear me in this, beyond the business side, but for your own vibrantly healthy lifestyle, to be the best version of yourself, you have to have a comprehensive approach. You have to have intentional nutrition. It's different than clean eating. I was a clean eating nut for years, like obsessive about it, and I was not super healthy. I, really struggled with not being able to lose weight, and I was stuck. Like I was, I think 40 pounds heavier than I am now. And I ran all the time. I did cardio and I ate no carbs. Like I was basically doing keto. and my hormones were jacked up. Like, intentional nutrition is so important. Fitness, freaking fitness that works and doesn't take 3 hours at the gym, right? Our workouts are 20 to 30 minutes usually, and we do them in the living room. Usually my kids are crawling all over me, and we have that at our fingertips. You don't have to create it because it already works so well. We have supplementation, and Shakeology is something that I'm a total nerd about, and I have hour-long webinars on Shakeology alone that you can go look into. But you have to, because of our day and age, and a lot of people, and could fit into the misconceptions of, I'm not a shake person. I prefer to eat my food. I eat my food too. We all do, right? But Shakeology it's more of a supplement. Think of it as a multivitamin plus a bajillion other things. There's 5 wellness formulas in it. The reality is our soil is depleted. We are all stressed out. We're not getting enough sleep. Our water is contaminated. Our air is contaminated. There's so many factors we're fighting against, and we need supplementation of superfoods and extra vitamins and minerals to live our best life in our day and age. This wasn't true 2,000 years ago, but it is the reality of where we're at now. So supplementation is important, and we hit all the foundational areas with Shakeology alone. And then mindset. I tell my team all the time, you can eat all the kale and do all the cardio, but if your head's jacked up, you're never going to be healthy. And it's so true. Again, this comes back to our mission, which was to help people live healthy, fulfilling lives, to be the best version of themselves. Your mindset's key in that, and that's integrated into not only our coaching business and our personal growth, but into our challenge groups and the programs that we run. And then you have to have community. You have to have support. You have to have the accountability in order to make it last. And that's why this is not one of those bad diets where you try it for 20 days and then you're done. This is a community. You adopt new friends and new family and a new culture where the norm is to believe in yourself. The norm is to take care of yourself. We just read Atomic Habits, and one of the key ingredients of successfully changing your habits is surrounding yourself with a culture where their norm is what you're wanting to be, or what you're wanting to adopt, the habits you're wanting to adopt. And that's what we have. This is our approach. You cannot, I will challenge you, go find this approach somewhere else in the world. It doesn't exist. And if it does, there's going to be usually some variables, or it's going to cost you a lot more. I just met a really awesome boot camp instructor, and their course for 6 weeks, just for fitness and some meal plans put together, is almost $400 for a temporary period of time. What we're offering for the value, the money that it costs is insane. It does not exist. I can promise you that. Okay, Dana, your turn.
Free coaching. So I just covered this a little bit in the previous slide, but we have new coach trainings. We're having a group later this month that's kind of more like a push-driven training for coaches that want to reach greater success in their businesses and impact more lives, and kind of strategically how to do that. Our company does offer nutrition certifications for specific nutrition programs that we do have, so that if you want to go through and have a certification of your own to go out and speak to your network and to say, I am certified in what I'm doing, that is an option. Holistic health training. So we have so many different versatile programs, products, nutrition plans, like Jess was just talking all about the power of Shakeology, that we really train you on why this is different, so that you feel knowledgeable when you're out there talking to people about why we're different. This is not a pill. This is not a wrap. This is a true maintainable and sustainable lifestyle change, which is completely different than a lot of things out there, right? Annual summit events. I just mentioned that our coach event that you see in the summer, and quarterly events. So quarterly events are events that are hosted in your local area once a quarter. They're called, oh my gosh, I'm like drawing a blank. Super Saturdays, Super Weekend. Wait, my brain's not working right now. So these are events where we come together with local coaches. We do a live workout. We hear success stories. We hear things that are up and coming in the company from corporate. And it's just a super cool way, again, to come together with like-minded community and really just feel reinvigorated and re-inspired in your own life.
I love it. And then evidence of success. And this might not be important to everyone, but it was very important to me. I wanted to know that what I was about to partner with, because that's what you're doing when you decide to become a Beachbody coach, Beachbody doesn't identify you. You partner with the company to help share the mission. You are still you. And that's a very important piece that we teach all of our new coaches is you are not just a Beachbody coach. That is a piece of what you're offering to people, right? But when I decided to partner with this company, because I am such a stickler for ingredients and I'm so knowledgeable in my background about all of this, I needed to see the evidence that this was legitimate and that I wasn't a part of something that was like how many different companies preach, like, we're the best, we're so awesome, this is all natural. And then I read the label and I'm like, but you use artificial sweeteners and artificial colors and all this crap in it, right? So here's a couple of things that I want you to learn from this. Beachbody is a $1.3 billion company. You don't get to that level of success without being real, without working. It means people are coming back to you. And it honestly, you guys, we just learned at Summit that we're expanding to, we're globally expanding to other countries. Beachbody's been around for 20 years. The product line with like Shakeology has been around for 10, and we are just beginning. And that's why I said in my post earlier, like, things are about to explode into Latin America. We're launching into France, right? France. Yeah. France. And there's like 5 other countries in Europe they're working on. I think New Zealand and Australia were one of them. And it is going to explode. And so from a business perspective, think investment purposes, you want to be in something like this now before everyone in the world knows about it, because you could be that catalyst that tells your friends or whatever on social media. Now you reach people anywhere about why they should come to you, why you should be the one to help them facilitate their journey. So, and then the science backing. So for those of you who don't know, and honestly, I don't even think Beachbody does a great job of marketing this, but several of their products, including Shakeology and the Ultimate Reset and Energize, our pre-workout supplement, has been a part of third-party clinical trials and have been published in medical journals. That's amazing. Medical journals not associated with Beachbody. They took the product and they went and tested it in a double-blind placebo clinical trial, meaning the people administering the supplement and the people receiving it, neither of them knew which were placebo and which ones were the actual product. That is the golden standard, or the golden standard for clinical trials. It's the most accurate, and it is proven by science to be powerful and effective in helping people facilitate their weight loss journey, lower cholesterol, what was the other one, and their blood sugar. Those are the 3 powerful things with Shakeology alone. With Energize, it's been proven to increase your endurance and your performance during intense exercise. The Ultimate Reset also has incredible findings, so you can look those up, but I just wanted everyone to know that because it's really important to me, and anyone who's a nerd like me will also love that. Okay, we're gonna like blast through this, you guys. I know that with the technical issues, we're like coming up close on time. So, all right, Dana, tell us what successful coaches do.
What do successful coaches do? So key is falling in love with our products and programs and staying committed to your best life. So your consistency is your business, right? This is all about constantly being engaged in your journey, sharing your journey, starting a new programs, trying our new products, but constantly transforming yourself as you go. It's not like you just get a transformation and then you stop and you keep sharing that over and over, right? This is about, and this is, to me, why this is so transformative and why it is the best accountability, because you can't fake that. Like, it's not like hopping on a live video, not to knock any other companies or passions people have, but it's not the same as hopping on a live video and putting lipstick on. This is something where you have to get up every day and stay motivated, and get your workouts in and strive to eat healthier. And like I said, not about being perfect, but this is about continuously seeking to live your best life and always getting better. And it really holds you accountable to that. Authentically sharing your journey every day on social media and or in person. So as coaches, we obviously share on social media. You probably learned about this event from watching someone on social media, right? You didn't just end up in here on whim. That'd be cool if you did. But we really strive as coaches to just be real and relatable and share our lives, share our journeys, share our stories, share things that we go through, share things in motherhood, share things in our marriages, daily life, whatever it is. But sharing on social media daily is the key to really being able to connect with people, relate with people, have people trust you, trust, know, and like you, right? Because people never want to join you for something if they don't trust, know, and like you. Inviting people to join you regularly. So when you get put in a new coach training, we explain to you how we invite to this. And like we've covered already, this is not about being like a used car salesman of like, let's go blitz 30 people and send the same message. This is about really building those connections, building those relationships, and connecting with the people that are following you and engaging on the things that you're sharing, inviting them to join you on this journey. Because like I said, when you have gone through this process, or you're starting to experience that transformation and you develop that belief because you're feeling better, you're feeling more confident, your energy is up, you're, seeing results, that you're excited to share that because you know how much it could transform someone else's life. So you're inviting them to join you. Getting 5 people started each month on their journey to live a better life. So different coaches have different goals and standards. I want to make sure that there are no minimum requirements. There is not like any quotas that you have to hit when you're a coach. But we do suggest if you really want to build a business like we are talking about in this webinar tonight, that helping 5 people a month get started on their journeys to transformation is key to being able to do so. Because if you're not constantly helping people, we're number 1, not doing our job as coaches, but we're number 2, definitely not building a business that is having a lasting and incredible impact on people, right? Increasing our impact by sharing the coaching opportunity. So for me, by myself, when I was new, I could only help a few people a month, right? But as I started to share this and find other women that, and challengers that were starting to have these incredible experiences and falling in love with it themselves, sharing the coaching opportunity with them to let them know, hey, you can go out there and you can share this too, and you can change lives with us, and you can change your own life in doing so. So that is so key to really growing a long-term sustainable business. Like a lot of you have mentioned, you would love to be able to have more financial freedom in your lives. Sharing this to grow a team is a very important thing to that process.
I love that. I was a part of a webinar not too long ago and was listening to a very successful coach who's been doing this for like 10 years, and she has a incredible organization, and she said that she really dove into sharing the business opportunity because her passion was impact. I want to make as big of an impact, help as many people as possible. And she was like, customers help themselves, but coaches help other people. And I was like, Oh my gosh, light bulb, right? I could kill myself trying to help 100 people, or I could help 10 people and train them how to each help 10 people. And that is, if you're really serious about your impact and income without killing yourself, like that is the approach that you want to have from the beginning. Okay, so speaking of, those of you who are like, I want to make money, which should be all of us. There's nothing wrong with money, and money makes people super awkward and weird, and I'm naturally awkward and weird. So I'm going to talk about it is too. That's why we get along. I'm going to talk about our business model and some compensation plan highlights, because this is important. If you're here and you're like, I want to know about this business, why is it different than X, Y, and Z? How could this get me out of my current circumstance? How long would it take? All of that. So first of all, I want to share with you that there's a difference between sales and team building. Sales, you get a commission. And yes, I told you from the beginning that there is a transaction involved. When people join your team, they usually are buying a challenge pack. And that is really the biggest, in my personal opinion, it's the best way for people to get results, because they get everything: fitness, nutrition, supplementation, and your team support. and coaching, and it's bundled together, which means that Beachbody helps everyone out by bringing the cost down when people get a challenge pack. So you get a commission on that. And your first year, to be honest, is mostly commission. Your first year, my coach told me, it's the hardest because it's like any job you're learning. You're going to realize you're a super awkward human when it comes to words. You're going to be like, people are going to say, I'm interested in what you're doing. What do you do? And you're going to be like, bah, I don't even know what to say right now. And then you're going to text your coach and be like, I don't know how to say what I'm doing, right? Or you're going to write 5 pages of information and word vomit all over them, and you're never going to hear from them again. It's funny. It's part of the growth process. That's why we're here. We're going to actually share with you that we have a really awesome new coach action call that we're doing where we're going to walk you through exactly those things on Monday. But so sales is part of it, but team building is a residual income piece. And that's going to take me into front end versus back end income. And I just learned how to explain to me this way in January. And I was like, that makes so much sense. So I want you guys to picture a rectangle dollar bill. And it's cut there's a line drawn at like 1/4 of the way through. Front end is the first quarter, and the 3 quarters behind is the back end income. And what that means is any kind of transaction, like a commission or money that you earn based on the hours, based on your effort, based on like it's an exchange. It's like if you had a job and it's exchange of hours for income, right? That is front end income. You get it immediately based on your efforts. Back end income is residual income, meaning it is unrelated to transaction. It is unrelated to commission. Our business model is back end income heavy. And that is why not many, will say some people who don't have tenacity to stick it out quit in their first year. And it's like they chip away at the iceberg and they get towards about to start compounding and they quit. And don't do that. Do not do that, because our business model, and you're going to see some insane income progressions here in a second, but you're going to see the first year, even the second year, things start to compound. The third year, it starts to get like bigger. After that, it like blows up in a way that you could never even fathom. Like I could tell you to guess what some of these people are making per month and you wouldn't guess them. Like it's crazy, but I love that personally. I would rather a company be heavy in back-end income where it's set up. If you build it right, we'll teach you how to build your business, you're going to work less and make more. Whereas other network marketing companies, that they may have a similar compensation plan, but a lot of them are front-end income heavy, meaning they'll have more sign-on bonuses. Maybe you'll make more commission or whatever, I don't know, but maybe you will in the beginning. But you're going to have to keep up that hustle consistently over time in order to keep making that amount of money. Which means
burnout.
No, burnout. That's like what none of us want, right? That's one of the reasons why freedom's so important to us as moms. Like, so important to us. And I want to know that 5 years from now, like I could take a month off and my income of making a substantial amount of money, it's not going to change. That's what this is. Okay, so 4 different ways that we earn as coaches. One is commission, I told you. You make between 25 and 40% of what you get your new people to sign up with, depending on what they're getting. Team cycle bonuses, we get paid weekly every Thursday, and team cycle bonuses are based on volume. So as you build your team, as you're like, hey, Jennifer, who's your best friend, did you know you could get your challenge pack paid for if you just found 3 friends to join you and be a part of our challenge group? That's awesome. And she does it. You actually earn bonuses based on what she's doing. And the people who are making $1 million a year, 98 to 99% of their income is from team cycle bonuses. It's not from commission, which was really encouraging to me. Matching bonus, you earn 5 to 10% of the bonuses, of the team cycle bonuses, or the income that your coaches make, which is really cool. So say you sign up a rock star and she's making, 10 grand in a week, then you get 10% of that as a diamond or above coach. That's an extra $1,000. That's
And
amazing.
just to clarify, that's given from the company. It's not taken from that person's income. Just want to make sure that's understood.
And then lastly, there's the quarterly star diamond bonus, which I know that you guys are like, what the heck does that mean? Just to know, like, in like any job, there's a ranking system, right? You have managers and supervisors, whatever. Well, as you grow your business, you hit different ranks, and there's different bonuses and perks to being a part of those different ranks. And so the star diamond bonus, once you hit 2-star, which is 2 diamond coaches beneath you, which I don't want to bother you with that right now because you still don't know what that means, but you get a quarterly bonus in addition to what you're making from the company, and that's usually between 800 to 1,000. 5 stars usually between like 2,500 to 5,000. It just depends. And then 10 stars usually around 10 grand, and then 15-star is usually around $75,000 a quarter. So no big deal. I know it's pocket change for you guys, but I thought it's pretty cool. You might want to know. All right, Dana, your turn.
Okay, so average Beachbody rank earnings. We wanted to share that depending on the rank you grow to in the company, and like we said, we train you on how to do these things, and a lot of it might be simpler than you actually might think it is. Like one of the most important ranks of getting to like starting out in your business is diamond rank, which is really a solid foundation that you can build your business upon. Is actually, if you look at it as a whole, is a total of helping 12 people. So this is actually real and realistic and attainable is what we're trying to get across to you. So as an Emerald coach, which means you have helped 2 people, you'll see a low and you'll see an average and you'll see a high. So for each of these ranks, and it doesn't really make much sense to you, like we said, but there is a low and a high potential, and that's what that is showing you is that if you hit a certain rank, right, it's not the same for everyone. You have massive growth potential within that spot that you are at. And we really teach you how to grow that in the spot that you're at while working toward the next rank up. So this is sharing kind of the difference in, let's say, someone who is recruiting tons of customers but is not really sharing the coaching opportunity. When you start to share the coaching opportunity and you're starting to impact more lives, and your team is starting to impact more lives, you're going to start to see that income grow, that residual income grow, like we had talked about in the last slide. So that is more of what you're seeing on those high-end earnings. But we wanted to just really give you an idea, especially with those first 3 ranks you see, Emerald, Ruby, and Diamond, because a lot of coaches hit that rank. I personally hit Diamond Coach within 2.5 months of starting out my business. Is that there's a significant amount of scaling that you can do in your business that we teach you and help you to know the best ways to really thrive in your business as you grow.
I love that. And we're just going to kind of move on because I know we're already at the hour. How did that happen?
You're running way too long tonight.
I'm so excited. So
I'll go ahead and go quickly. When I first started, and I really wanted to talk about this because I think a lot of you in the chat that mentioned this may relate. When I first started, I was 6 months into single motherhood. I had left an abusive relationship to choose to raise my son alone. I was living above my mom's garage. I had dropped out of my last year of getting my bachelor's when I found out I was pregnant. And I was kind of at a crossroads in my life where the job I was working from home was not going to provide long term. And I had a pit in my stomach every single day about what I was going to do. I feared my son not having a present parent more than I feared almost anything. Being able to provide, being able to be a good role model for him, being an example of what can happen when you come out of a situation like that, and really wanting to provide the best life I could for him. But I didn't know how until coaching was placed in my lap by my coach, that I really started to see that I had a different vision, that I was not, I personally was never someone who like in college was like, I know exactly what I want to do and I can't wait to graduate and get this job. I was someone who changed majors all the time. I could never make a decision about what I wanted to follow through with. And a lot of the choices I made, I kind of felt like I was making them because I thought I had to, because that's the path I was told I needed to take to be successful. And when I was brought into coaching, I saw this entire new reality of what was possible with something like network marketing, and something that you could actually love doing every day. I would help you become a better person and hold you accountable to that while making an impact on people, while you could also grow a life that I had never dreamed would be possible for us in those first 6 months of being a single mom, and just racking my brain every day of how we'd survive, right? I didn't quit, so I have been a full-time coach for just under 5 years now. This has transformed every corner of our life. I was able to stay home with my son when he was a baby. I was able to kind of work around nursing schedules and nap time hustles and all that stuff, and just work in the mom gaps to really build this. And I have to mention that I knew I was all in from day one. So I built with the intention to build and grow quickly. This was not something where I just wanted to play around and see how it worked out for me. I knew that I had no plan B from day one, because I really didn't have a plan B. And this has just transformed our entire life as a whole, with all of the things that we have mentioned prior to this. I won't go too much into that since we're running short on time. But where I'm going, I personally have been through a lot in the last year health-wise, and it's kind of made me take a step back. And when you have to take a step back like that, it really helped me have a deeper level of gratitude and appreciation for what it is we do, and how grateful I am to have the freedom that I've built, because I would have been in a very tough situation if that had not been the case this last year. But it also greatly reminded me how much this impacts every corner of your life, to where it is such a passion of mine now to help my team achieve that level of success that they want in their own lives, with their own, businesses, for their own families, and the impacts that they want to make. And I do have a dream of one day having more children and being able to just be home and free, and have financial freedom as something where, when my son was a baby, it was really hard for those first few years of trying to figure out how to provide and juggle being a mom. And I feel like even though I was present, I was not always mentally present, if moms can relate to that. And I know that with the potential of where I'm going in this business, that I will be able to really be mentally and emotionally present as much as I am anything else. And that means everything, because the people we love are the most important thing we have in life, right? And being able to spend time with them, to me, is just so priceless. So
I totally agree. So powerful. I love it. Okay, so I'll dive really quick into mine. So when I first started, like I told you guys, I thought I was too busy, and I didn't want to coach because of that. And it honestly changed within a day, or two. And my coach had just said, that's totally fine, but if you know anyone who wants to do this with you, here's how you get them signed up. And I was like, oh yeah, that's easy. I have a passion for this. Boom. Within, honestly, my first week, I signed up 4 people. I signed them all up. It was like my mom, my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, and one of my best friends, because I was like, this is a no-brainer. I'm going to get in shape after a baby, and let's do this together. This is a no-brainer. Give me your credit card, your social security card, and I need your, what flavor of Shakeology you want. That was I didn't know any different. And that was what kind of sparked the idea in me, this could be really cool. And I was so excited from the beginning, and I ran with it. As soon as I learned the potential, as soon as I was asked those questions, and I was like, I want something different for my life than what I have, and where I'm at, the path I'm on, it is going to stress me out. I'm not going to be present for any kind of big moments in my kid's life, because I'm working 40 to 60 hours a week, and I'm not fulfilled. So we got to change it. And that's where Dana and I can relate. We're very solutions oriented people. If you want out of your current situation, do something about it. Don't just sit back and have, and I say this with sensitivity, but at the same time, if you're in a place where you wish that your health was different, or you wish that your financial situation was different, or you wish your life was different, you could do something about it. And that's what I love about the business, is it can provide all of that for you. And I started to see a glimpse of that. I feared people in the beginning. I did fear what people would think because I have my bachelor's degree in nursing. I am like everyone in my family, in my circle knows I am a nut when it comes to holistic health. I know so much about Chinese medicine and homeopathy and all these things. And so I'm like, people are going to think I'm a little bit crazy because I'm partnering with a network marketing company in health and fitness. But then my confidence shifted because like, you guys don't understand. This is unlike anything you have ever found. And I'm getting freaking amazing results. So you have to do this with me. And honestly, I just haven't ever stopped. That's only grown from the beginning. So despite working for my first 2 years of my coaching career, I worked that same job and had a baby, and then I got knocked up again. Me and my husband like each other a little bit, and so I was very consumed with time and stuff. But I've never had a month where I didn't have at least 3 new people join me. Most months it was 5 to 10. And that's just kind of what has happened because of the excitement. I've retired from nursing I was 31 when I turned in my papers last year in June at my 2-year coaching mark. And because I didn't quit, you guys, quitting was never an option. When I brought this to my husband, he was like, that's fine if you want to do this, but these are my 2 rules. You go all in and you don't quit. And I know that's not common for husbands to say that about these kinds of things, but I'm so thankful because quitting was never on the table. But I did have days where it was very hard. And I had big goals that I set that I missed. And I felt defeated. And I had and you will feel that way. Expect it, but know that you learn from it and then you become stronger. And because I didn't quit, now we are averaging between $6,000 and $7,000 a month. I work full time from home. I've got a 1.5 and a 3.5 little boy at home. And where I'm going with this, you guys, I'm going to change the world. I'm just telling you, that's what my passion, my mission is. I have a passion for public speaking and potentially a book out there. Within 3 to 4 years, I'd like to bring my husband home financially. He's in law enforcement, and while he loves his mission of what he does, it's very hard in our state and it's incredibly stressful. And that's where we're going. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be a registered nurse working from home and that I could retire my husband and we can make as much money as we wanted helping people live fulfilling lives. That's what this could do for you at your own level of whatever that means. Okay, so I'm going to go through these really quick because they blew my mind when I saw them. So this is Ashley Mosad. She was just awarded the #1 coach in our entire organization award. And this is what she makes per month without including bonuses, which is crazy. This is her progression. She's been a coach since 2013. Obviously, none of this is, I will say, the average, and none of this is guaranteed. So don't say that, but I just want you to know what's possible. This makes me so excited. This is Lindsay Matway. She's been an inspiration to me since I ever became a coach. She has a ton of YouTube videos. You guys, I just saw this. 2019, I think this was in the month of July, she made $274,663 in the month of July, only from coaching. That is insane. That is crazy. I cannot fathom that. All from coaching. That is the vision, the potential.
10 years in.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Talk about not quitting when things got hard. Do you think that she thought she'd make that money in her first year of making $300? No. But if you look into her testimony and her story, the fact is that she had no upline. She had no coach to help her. I don't even want to go, the other stuff won't make sense to you guys, but it's very, very inspirational. I love these stories because it shows us what's possible if we're willing to be coachable and not give up and work our asses off. This is Danielle Natoni. She's one of my favorites. She's such a badass. Her testimony is my favorite because she went into the negative. She went into debt to become a coach. And now she's one of the most successful in the organization. In July, she made $159,106 in the month of July. That's crazy. And all of these women right here all have kids. And they all have other stuff going on. But they had a vision. And they didn't quit. And they were teachable. And all of them are very known for diving into business growth. They teach other people how to be successful in the business, and that's why they're at the place that they're at right now. Okay, I promise we're wrapping up, you guys. Okay, Dana, I want to give them a snapshot. We kind of talked about some of this, but like the business and team support that they'll get.
Her last name is Natoni, for whoever just asked. Business and team support you'll get. So every Monday morning we have national wake-up calls. They're run by our company. You hear tips and strategies and all different stories and things you can implement in your business from some of the most successful coaches in the network. So always lots of inspiring information to really just go and take and apply into your business to continue developing your success. We have weekly team calls in our organization, so we host them on different topics. Sometimes we have guest speakers. Sometimes we have working calls where we hop on and do our actual vital behaviors together so people can ask questions. And really, it's kind of fair game for anything on these calls. It might be in specifics to sharing on social media. It might be in regards to how to invite people. You'll see basically anything and everything on these calls, and it will be the meat of where you learn what to do and how to be successful. New coach action call. We're going to have one next Monday. Jess and I are throwing these together so that this can be something to help you as new coaches have success right out of the gate. So not just kind of sitting and being a collector of information and then freaking out of what to do with that, but like hands-on steps of this is the most important information you need to know. Here's how to go implement it, and here's how to really achieve success and help people right out of the gates as a brand new coach so that you don't feel lost or confused or frozen of what to do, but we actually help you to take action so that you can really start to feel confident as a new coach. And we're also going to start new coach message pods. So this is going to be where new coaches are put in a pod and they have the ability to be mentored at any point in time in these pods. So you can ask questions, we can share resources, and you'll be surrounded by other coaches that are new just like you, because when you are new all together, everyone kind of has the same questions, the same hesitations, fears, working through all of the same things at once. And that's just super helpful to have that support at your fingertips. So if you didn't get the memo, you're completely supported when you come into this as a new coach.
Absolutely. Okay, so now it's your turn. And I want you to ask yourself, like, why not you? If there's been so many transformative, incredible testimonies of people who come from nothing, rock bottom, on food stamps, living in their car, no support system, and they are thriving and excelling. If you want that, this could be the catalyst or the vessel that gets you to your dream life. And going back to the questions that we asked you in the beginning, what your 1 and 5 year dream life goals are. Ask yourself, would the current path that you're on get you there? And if not, it's time to do something about it. And even if it's not this, I just want to challenge you to do something. Do something different. We can't do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. That's the definition of insanity, right? And so I just want to challenge you, like, again, our mission in these webinars and everything that we do is to help other people live the best life possible, to be the best version of themselves. Maybe this isn't for you, but whatever is going to help you do that, we want to encourage you to take that step of faith. It will be scary, it will be challenging, but it will be freaking worth it, right? Remember,
and life-changing.
Yeah,
life-changing.
And the people who change the world are the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can. That's why Dana and I get along, because we're absolutely crazy. Okay, Dana, I want to tell them really quick about the current promotions that we have going on.
Yes. So right now we have a brand new program that just launched. Most of us are in week 2 right now, called Morning Meltdown. It is 100 workout programs designed to be done on your own time frame. You can do 1 workout a day. You can do 5 days a week. You can do 7 days a week. You can do double days. The goal is to complete the 100 workouts. It comes with a super simplified nutrition plan. They're 20 to 30 minute, super fun, super effective workouts to do first thing in the morning to really like kick off your day and feel accomplished from the start. We do have promo codes this month. So if you are looking to get started and you haven't already started your journey yet, we have promo codes that we can give you to help you save some money on that investment that you're making in yourself. a next challenge group wave. So depending who you're joining, it might be different. But we have new groups that are starting this month for Morning Meltdown. So if you are ready to dive in and you are new, you can just reach out to your coach to know when that start date is and be ready to join us. And Monday, this coming Monday, is when we're going to be doing our new coach action call. So if you are like, hell yes, I'm in, I need this in my life, I'm ready to get started. Again, reach out to the coach that you joined in this webinar. They can help you get set up, help you get started. Welcome to the team page. Welcome you to our family, so that you can be a part of that call next Monday and really just come out of the gates with fire and excitement and confidence, taking action in your business.
I also wanted to make sure you guys know that if you sign up as a coach this month, you will also get 3 different promo codes to give to people. So it's an awesome way for you to right out the gate. Let's get 3 people started. That will help pay for your investment. 3 people will pay for your investment usually. And those are $10 off. So it's a really great way to get your business started and get people started with you. Okay, so how to get started. Honestly, just reach out to the person who invited you to this and get really excited about the choice that you made. Get clear on what you want and the fact that quitting is not an option. And then you start sharing that with the world. You're not claiming to be a professional now that you are like knighted a Beachbody coach. Like, that's not how this is. It's like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but I'm super stoked about it. So who wants to get results with me? That is your approach. Like, be a genuine human in sharing this. And then our best tips for success. This is like our last slide, I promise you guys, but just remember, this is a do then learn business. You don't learn all the stuff and then do it. You do the stuff and then you learn from it. Help your first 3 people in the first few days. That is going to help get a fire under your belt and get your stuff paid for, which is always awesome. Lead with enthusiasm and excitement. Be teachable, be consistent. Keep showing up even when it's hard. Be resourceful when you don't know the answer to something. GTS. Face your fears head on, because they will. Your insecurities are going to come up like nobody's business, and you're going to be like, I didn't even know I struggled with this. Lean into that and grow from it. It's such a cool adventure when you can just embrace that journey and have fun with it. Okay, so sorry this went so long, you guys. We did not plan that at all, I promise. Do you have any questions? If so, unmute yourself, or you can put it in the chat box. If not, we're going to let you guys go. All right. Cool, you guys. Well, thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for hopping on. And we hope to be seeing most of you on Monday on our call. See you guys later. Bye.
Good night, guys.